All right, we're here with Stanford basketball assistant coach Adam Cohen. We're completing our series on the returning scholarship players, and we're going to talk about Cody Pugh, who occupies kind of a unique space in the sense that he's been in the program for a year, but he's got the same game experience as the freshmen. So where does he fit right now on this roster?
KP's had a great year of development. He decided to redshirt, and I think it was a great decision for him to get his body right, get his shot right, get his skill level developed, and just keep getting better as a player. And he's earned it. He's done an incredible job of just spending time in the gym on his own with the coaches, with our strength coach Corey. His body looks incredible. He's gained 20 pounds or so, and he just looks like a guy that's going to be ready to help us right away for his freshman year, eligibility-wise. He's 6'7", 6'8", really big-time athlete, gets up and down, great rebounder, can play multiple positions, kind of goes to our theme of versatility, and I think he's a perfect guy for that. He is a good shooter and continue to get better, but the biggest thing with him is he can guard multiple positions, play multiple positions offensively, and just be a high-energy, active athlete.
So, the versatility thing is obviously a beat you guys love to hit with these guys. So just let me ask, how comfortable are you with him 1 through 3, 1 through 4, just in terms of guarding? Like where have you been putting him out there on the court?
Yeah, we feel like he could play almost any spot. He's the kind of guy with his length, I think it's 7'2" wingspan, that he's able to, use his length to guard guards as well as guard forwards. He's also a tough kid who's a physical rebounder, so being able to bang a little bit down low. But we think he's a big matchup problem for guys who have to guard him on the perimeter, because he can really drive the ball, he can shoot it, he can get to the offensive glass, and just do a little bit of everything. We've just kind of fine-tuned every part of his game in this past year, as well as get his body stronger so he's ready to roll, once this whole thing starts up. And we couldn't be more excited. We think he's going to have a big impact for our team.
I mean, he's almost kind of like the 5th addition to the class, right? Like the 4 freshmen are getting a lot of attention, deservedly so, but he's kind of not forgotten necessarily, but he's another piece that's going to be on the team this year.
Oh, and he deserves as much attention as anybody else. He's that talented, and he has some things he still has to improve on, as everybody else does, but he's a guy that we feel like will have a big impact on our team in a lot of different ways. And playing multiple positions, the more positions you can guard and play, the more you're going to play, and that's where he kind of fits in.
So let's just talk about that a little bit, because obviously Stanford fans haven't gotten to see him play, and maybe they don't know too much about him, and we've learned some things in this series about Cameron Walker and Marcus Sheffield, things that we wouldn't necessarily know. What is something that we don't know about Cody Pugh, just maybe his personality, or just something we don't know about where he fits in this program?
One thing about KP is, and I've known KP for 5 or 6 years now. I've actually recruited him in other places as well, and his family's a great family from Baltimore, the whole deal. He's an incredible artist, incredible. I don't know if anybody's seen on Instagram or Twitter what he drew for Tara Vanderveer when she won her 1,000th game, but it's worth looking at. And he made a poster for her. He's going to be an art major, most likely, and he can draw anything, anytime, and it's an incredible gift he has off the court. And so Stanford's kind of the perfect place for him, because he is the on-the-court talent, obviously being a great athlete at 6'7", 6'8", versatile player, and then off the court, as good of a person as you can ever meet, as well as an incredible talent with his drawing and his art. So couldn't be more of an exciting kid for fans to get to know, as well as for us to coach.
And is there kind of a compartmentalization of his mental framework in terms of, do you talk to him as a player from that sensibility? Does he view basketball through that lens, or is it just kind of an off switch, on switch from when he's on the court and what his other interests are?
I just think he's really well rounded, and he has so many. He meets everyone, and everyone falls in love with him. He's just the type of kid that you want to be around every day. Everyone on campus knows him in the positive light. Everyone on campus, whether it's athletes, other students, professors, faculty, trainers, whatever it may be, they speak really highly about KP every time they see him. And whether it's doing his artwork in the classroom, working hard on the court, or in the weight room, he really does everything at a high level in terms of what you could want in a student athlete. It's it's pretty remarkable what KP is capable of.
All right, and then just a couple more questions, just on the kind of the nuts and bolts. How does he work in screen roll? Like, how's he handling that on offense, and how's he handle that on defense? Because it's obviously such a big part of what the game is now.
Yeah, he's a guy that should be able to switch ball screens defensively at times, as well as being aggressive, hedge guy, trap guy, whatever you want to call it, when he's guarding ball screens. But also can use ball screens the same way. He can handle the ball at times like a wing, and other times he can set ball screens and pick and pop. So he can be in any different situation in a pick and roll. Pick and pop, pick and roll, handling the ball, getting to the basket, shooting behind. He's very capable in that realm. He excels in transition, though. He's a guy that gets up and down and can sprint the floor, get to the rim, play above the rim, and that's where I think he's going to be best.
It's kind of a theme I've been hearing also as the summer has gone on. Is it safe to say you guys would like to play a little faster?
Absolutely. I think the more versatile we can be with playing a little bit smaller at times, the faster we're going to be able to play. And I think the more parts you have that are interchangeable, it allows you to get up and down, play at a pace and a speed that we really want to play at. And I think we've really emphasized that all summer, and hopefully that's what we can play in fall.
All right, and just one last thing. If you could target just one area of improvement that you'd like Cody to kind of focus on between now and the start of the season, what would it be?
I think I'll actually say two things. The first thing is just continued consistency with his jump shot. It's gotten a ton better, and it is fairly consistent. He's the kind of guy that can make 5 in a row real fast and then miss a couple. We just want him to be consistent with that. And the second thing is just guarding the ball and continue to be able to guard smaller guards. And it's something that he's gotten better at and he'll continue to get better at. We put him in positions to hopefully get better at that.
Are we talking just technique, or would you like to see him be a little more aggressive in attacking those kind of players on defense?
I think both. I think technique-wise, his body is still developing and changing. He's still growing. His arms are so long and his feet are so quick, and he's put on a little bit of weight in a good way to get his body more developed, that I think he's just figuring out how to use his body with his movements. And it'll take a little bit more time, but he's on the right track for sure.
All right, that's Stanford assistant coach Adam Cohen on Cody Pugh.